All right, back with you at Revolutions Lanes. Ryan Ragland alongside the Samuel, ZG. I call him CJ. I explained that to you earlier, remember? Sam Zeblin Jr. is with me. Remember I had a guy in Salina we called Z.
Yes.
So I call you CJ for Z Jr.
Okay.
So you're after the match play, round robin match play. Alan Van Zant finished in 8th. Brian McMillan in 7th. Dan Schmierbach missed it by 14 pins to make the cut, as Dave Goodale at 18.29. He was 2.29 over. Brandon Libel at 2.34 over. Brad Langle had a big charge. He's 2.86 over. Ryan Brown 3.79. And the man on the charge, Dustin Adams, 4.88. Yeah, he did pretty good.
Yes, he did.
Once he got going, I don't think he ever really stopped. Taking a look at his games, he goes 189 first game, goes 238 and lost, so he lost the first two. Wins with a 300 on 15 and 16, which is going to be his only match. He goes 300, 247, 222, 248, 237, and then 257. Yeah. That'll get you the lead a lot of places.
Yes, it will.
So the first match on 17 and 18 is going to be Brandon Libel and Dave Goodale. And find out where these two bowled each other. Where did they bowl each other? Here it is. They bowled each other in the 6th game.
The 250 to 240 game, wasn't it?
Dave Goodale, that was on 15 and 16 here, 256 to 247, as Dave had the win on that one.
Where?
Oh, they're practicing still.
And taking a look at the games that they both had on 17 and 18. Dave started off slow with a 164 in the first game, 195 in game 4. And Brandon shot 238 in game 1. And what did he shoot game 7? I missed that one. I'm just writing that one down. Shot 189, so kind of a little bit of a change. And he just got done throwing on that pair and shot 220. So
here we go.
I got to say a little bit of advantage to Brandon just since he's been on that pair and just finished on it. So this is the 4-5 matchup for the finals.
Looked like Brandon was making the ball change. He didn't go with it. He threw the other one.
And he's really pitching it out more.
Yeah.
To get that ball to read back.
The spare.
You know what I think I'm going to do?
You're going to keep score?
I'm going to do it my way.
Okay. I remember we used to do that all the time back when I started.
Yeah, but kids anymore can't keep score themselves.
No. There's a strike by Goodale.
Actually, they still had the they had the charts. I know some Actually, some,
on the side.
some junior leagues are actually, if you're going to bowl in their league, you're going to learn how to keep score. They'll actually turn the automatic scores off and force the kids to learn how to keep score.
Well, that's good. I mean, a lot of them don't understand it.
No.
Oh, got a big break. We bowled, we had our city tournament in Plattsburgh 2 years ago, and it was all hand scores, all that stuff. And when the scorers wanted to take a break, there's only a few of us that knew how to get up there and do it.
I remember.
And I'd like sitting up there doing it sometimes just to.
Yeah. Well.
We used to have a thing, if you open, you had to keep score. We kept a guy in the chair for 22 frames.
Oh, my goodness.
And then 4 guys opened, then he opened the next frame.
Wow.
Yeah. And Brandon just made a good shot, left him light 7. Picks it up.
No, I remember we would keep score for the ladies' tournaments that they'd have. Be having around that 3,000 watt bulb.
Yeah.
Just trying to stay warm. There, he got that one down.
Yeah.
That one he got down lane a little bit better. Yeah, I got to say this has been fun to do.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
It's interesting.
Dan calling me to come do this. This is.
Yeah, one year, for a couple, 2 or 3 years, they raised it to the. What was it, top 32? Mm-hmm. And they raised it to the top 64, just to get more people in it. And back when bowling was big, and you'd have 12 guys instead of 8. And that was a lot of games.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of games. And you can tell some of the guys who used to just bowl in league, and when they got, back about the 8th game, you can just see them just gasping.
I'll tell you, the longest one I did was a 16-gamer. I didn't want to. I mean, there's been some crazy 24-gamers and stuff like that. I couldn't do that. And didn't do anything the first 8, and made a ball change and never changed after that, and tore it up the next 8. When I got done, I said I'd never do that again.
It's just bowling anymore. It's just having the right ball in your in the hand, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah. So right now a double spare strike for Goodale. Brandon with 2 spares and a strike. Down by 20.
Yeah. They're both going at a 279 clip.
So a strike here
yeah.
for Libel will even the match up. See, I can do this. I look up there and see that, and it just.
Oh.
And the next match will be on 15 and 16, so that's why I just went in. I mean, here, I'll do this.
Oh, you're fine.
I can do that.
Yeah, you're fine. I mean, everybody can see what you're doing, and
we'll flip it back on afterwards. Really got that one out. Too far. He has a spot down lane he wants to hit, but man, he's got to get that right angle. That ball just doesn't quite have the oomph to get it back for him. So Goodale coming up with the lead. Working on the strike in the 4th, coming up in the 5th.
Jumped on him a little bit.
Yep. He can still have a 1-pin lead with a spare here. And I'll put both of them working on a spare in the 5th. So 1-pin lead for Dave Goodale as he steps up in the 6th. Oh, that was the no return.
Yeah, got it out wide and just didn't read.
That's going to lose count on him.
Yeah. He picked the spare up. That's awful choppable in these conditions now.
Now the only thing on Brandon's mind right now is just walking up and doubling. That's the only thing he's thinking right now. That'll give him the lead by 2. Brandon, as I mentioned earlier in the round robin match play, won the College Lanes stop for the Midwest Missouri Senior Bowlers Tour. And mentioning of that, the next tournament for that is going to be next Sunday in Moberly at Memory Lanes. So make sure you talk to Dan about that. Nice little 16-lane center.
Yeah,
that looked better.
Hit it. I remember bowling the state tournament down there years and years ago before they got the lane shield on it.
Yep.
Back when it was wood.
I'll tell you what, I bowled there. The first time I bowled there, they had the 1-ball tournament. And they had a sweeper before that and cashed in it. Actually, I cashed in both. But I'm not a big fan of that. There's a good shot.
Better shot.
Yep. And the last time I had bowled on that was over at Gage when they had it before Rex Haney sold the place, and they did the big renovations with the HPLs and all that, or the Anvil Pros. The last time I bowled on that stuff was absolutely horrid. I don't know if it was a mental thing, sight thing, or what, but yeah, they have it at Memory, and it's good reacting. Brandon Pierce does a nice job out there. There's a good shot.
Another good shot.
That one he extended really nicely with it. So a 12-pin lead for Brandon on a strike here. Good flush.
Another good ball. Ball speed up just a hair.
Yep. So a 12-pin lead. Both of them working on a double, walking up into the 9th.
Brandon gets this one, he can't be shut out.
And Goodale, I would think that Brandon got to choose, since he qualified fourth, and decided he wanted to finish on the right lane.
Oh!
Doesn't get the tip.
Like he just got a little ahead of it.
Yeah.
Not much.
It's the after 16 games, you get that transition, that your margin for error down there starts to diminish a little bit. So 187 in the 8th on the spare in the 9th for Brandon Libel.
Goodale can shoot 240 and Brandon's top's 237.
Shut him out with a 3-bagger, but he's got to get this first one.
Yeah, first he needs the first one. Have a chance.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, the ball jumped. Rolled it good.
That's gonna put things in a bad situation for Dave.
Yeah.
So 181 in the 9th. Best he can do is 211. Just means Brandon just needs to stay clean and just get good count on the first ball.
Another good shot by Dave.
Brad Langle will be waiting in the wings.
As far as he ain't throwing any to keep loose. 22 looks like it's a warm-up there.
I know I'd have been throwing some.
I'd have been there since they started bowling. Yeah, double for Dave. Bowled a good game though.
Yeah.
Just that one bad break in the 9th.
Yeah, even with that 2-4-5 he left in the 6th,
Yeah.
still.
Yeah. Give him a chance. Give him a shot.
.206 the final for Dave Goodale. So just needing a mark.
No.
Not even that.
No, he just got
Not
hit
even
the
that,
head pin.
yeah.
Just hit the head pin. He's got 2-0 in the 9th. And 210 in the 9th is a decent count.
That's a good count.
Yeah. Damn, you do that good. I know where I want some score sheets. I know what I'm going to call.
Oh, dude. Took drafting.
High school?
Took drafting in high school, which they don't even do that anymore because it's all on the computer.
Throw that ball.
And had a working at a radio station, and Bruce Steinbrock, who is the athletic director at Washburn now, at Topeka, said, "Hey, if I give you my cheat sheet, can you make me, a chart that I can just print?" I go, "Yeah." I looked at it and I just started drafting out. There it was. He used that thing for I don't know how many years. So good finish.
Yeah, 237 for Brandon. Nice falling.
For Brandon Libel. And now we'll get it switched over here. Switched over for that pair, and I'll get that turned on. See how that works out? Boom. There it is.
I'll tell you my drafting story.
Uh-oh. We're going to take a timeout because Sam has a story to tell me. Ryan Ragland, Sam Zeblin Jr. back with you at Revolution Lanes as we are in the second game of the match play finals as Brandon Libel defeated Dave Goodale 237 to 206. And now it's Brad Lingle and Brandon Libel on 15 and 16. Winner of this match will move over to 17-18 to take on Ryan Brown, and then back on 15-16 with Dustin Adams for the championship. Sticks with holes in it, huh?
Sticks with holes in it.
Paddles with holes.
Yes. And then he was on the city council. But he was nice. He was nice. I mean, he told you.
He was nice as long as you didn't.
Yeah, but I mean, he set the rules. I mean, it was this way or no way.
There you go.
Yeah, and that I like that. And I've always liked black and white, personally.
Yeah.
You get too much gray area.
Oh my God. You start getting to the gray and go, but no. Also, remind everyone the live chat is on and available. So drop us a message or something where you're kind of curious on it. I like seeing where people are watching from. That's when I had my broadcast for the high school in Gardner.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of fun seeing where people are watching from. We literally had people from all around the world.
Well, that's good.
Which was really cool. So drop us a message on where you're from. That'd be kind of cool. And a huge thanks to Dan Schmierbach for inviting me to come out to do this, and Jeff Wilson with his help with the stats and stuff. Brian Manini, owner of Revolution Lanes, and everyone else, and Sam joining me on here. Makes it tolerable. Talking by myself, just. Oh, Jason Chris said I have tagged a picture of the stepladder bracket and tag me in it. Thank you, Jason. Face. I don't know. Do we call him Face? Do we call him Jason?
Call him Face.
Face.
That's what he goes by. Designs shirts.
If anyone ever knows his real first name, they're not true friends, right?
That's probably true. Here we go.
Really. Now, I saw his last shot on 16. He was throwing right at 15. That one, he got a lot further inside.
He got a little quick.
Yeah.
Well, there goes Ryan going down there to warm up.
I know I would be. I'd probably throw one like every couple minutes just to stay loose.
Yeah, just keep the muscle stretched.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. Do that pretty hard though. 16-8.
I always wondered how consistent, how accurate those are. There's some houses where I know they can't be.
They're all set up to read different. I found out, some read when they get down there, some read when they come off your hand, some read part way down the lane. I mean, it's just, there's no consistency on there. Because we bowl this one house in Tulsa, and it's reading 11, 12 mile an hour, and we,
Wait a minute, I know I ate my Wheaties this morning. Come on.
and we got guys who throw 18 to 20 mile an hour, and they're only 15. So
Jeez.
So just, I don't. The only thing I pay attention to that thing is when I get lined up, and then I see what I'm throwing, then I'll look up there. Otherwise, I don't bother.
Yeah, if I know I threw the ball real slow, I'll look up to see how much slower it was, or something like that. But anymore, very rarely am I looking at the scoreboard.
That's the look at him
Nice
pretty
shot.
much all day yesterday.
If you watch it, the ball really doesn't react like a full roller.
Yeah, one year he worked to get away from it, and his bowling dropped quite a bit, and he just went right back to it.
Hey,
He tried to go to the semi.
I'll tell you what, I was struggling one time, and I wanted to change XYZ because I didn't like the way it looked. And went and worked with a guy who collegiate coach now, and he goes, what you do better than anybody else. So stop trying to do what someone else does well.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree.
So yeah, I kind of took that to heart and just tried to, that's not a good start by Brandon.
No, he moved in deeper and upped his ball speed. I think you can't do both. You got to give the ball a chance to read.
I actually had people try to, you try to explain to people difference in equipment and everything else, and then you put the car tire element into it, then they start understanding on the difference. There's a good shot. Then they start understanding, well, if I put a racing slick, well, there's your spare ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we bowled at Pittsburgh today, we had this one guy kept fouling and throwing in the gutter, and I tried to get him to close his shoulders because he's used to swinging the ball and move up on the approach and all that stuff, and you could see he just struggled. He threw 20 gutter balls.
At some point after the fifth or sixth, I would have.
Yeah, and you felt sorry for him.
No,
I did, because he's right in front of me. That's my vision right before I went through my ball.
Oh,
Think about that.
You're killing me, dude. You're killing me.
Yeah. And a couple of times he did that. He struck, but. I think he had back-to-back 800s one year at the belt.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it was last year.
It's a pretty simple rule, pretty simple game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you heard what happened in Wichita yesterday.
How many, 900?
No, the second, I'll have to look it up. The second highest team game and team series shot in history.
Who's on that team?
A bunch of guys from Texas. One is Trey Ford III, who's on global staff. Brandon with the double. Let's see if I can look it up here.
Slap him later for not throwing that ball.
USBC bowler discussion.
I know there was like a 1,600 shot scratch down there. Then somebody turned around and shot 1,650 or 60 with handicap.
Trying to find it.
Because Ryan Burks and some guys that we bowl with went down there this weekend to bowl. That Mike Vonderbaum.
Here we go. Three-bagger. Dylan Harm, A.J. Nowak, Mark Ward, Jimmy McMartin, and Trey Ford III for X-Frames Pro Shop. First game they shot 1437, 280, 99, 79, 300, 279. Here's a kicker.
Good
swung
shot.
that one out a little bit.
And he got it back.
Got the recovery. Now, they shoot 39-49, and I'm thinking it was the second highest. I was trying to see what it was, but anyway.
Was the highest with those 2 girls and 3 guys? That's what we're talking about at St. Louis?
I'm not for sure.
Had like,
I'm not going to mention the name, but there's one guy that shot 204 second game. The lowest game before that was 227. Other than that,
Lingle just made a bad shot.
Ooh, that won't work well.
No. Give Brandon a little breather. 204.
But they shot 39-49.
204 and she's 772.
Yeah. Goes 79, 204, 89.
I want my 204 first game in case I'm playing brackets. That's a bracket killer right there.
Unless you can go to nationals.
Yeah.
And you go the reverse.
Yes. It's still, yeah.
You could do the reverse and it'd kill you.
Yeah. I mean, it's. Well, let's see if Brandon can take advantage of this.
Now, the way it started off, and then he comes back with that 3-bagger, that's got to...
Yeah, he made a ball change.
Make him feel a little bit better.
Made a ball change. It's close.
So you throwing the Rubicon?
Yeah, he went the Rubicon. Just got so much back in on that ball.
Are you saying I should get one? Are you saying I should have won the ball raffle and get one of those?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Get 2 and just give me one for being a nice guy.
I tried to buy it from Ryan. I told him I got a Cino for him. He goes, I can't do that, man. Then he tips the little boy $5 who drew it, and I told him, I said, I'd give you 20 if you drew my name. I would have done it, too. That would have been a $40 purchase.
Chuck Batcherall wins a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he won the hustle.
Yeah. It's close.
Oh, I got way long.
Didn't get it up.
No, didn't find the friction.
Yeah. Just didn't. Looked like he just didn't clear it or something. Well, it put him back in the ball game a little bit, though.
Yeah, spares it. He'll be down by 10.
Yeah.
So you like my little score sheet, huh?
Yes.
Kind of just out of my head. Make sure you drop us a message and let us know where you're watching from. That'd be kind of interesting to find out. Really extending the shot and just leaves a stone 7.
I didn't lie to you about that hustle now, did I?
You didn't. Yeah. It's a good ball once I can
bowl again.
But it's not a hustle. It's a STLE. I'm not sure what to call it. Oh.
Oh, the STLE. That's the big one. Roto-grip. STLE 1.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take a blim anytime they want to, do that with it.
So where do you go get your stuff at?
Not for a couple weeks.
No, I mean, where do you buy your stuff at online?
Oh, Buller's Mart.
Buller's Mart?
Yep. I had a friend of mine, Mike Calhoun, that works for Buller's Mart up in Michigan. And so I have a couple places I can drill my equipment and stuff. And saves down the cost when you don't bowl that many tournaments and you have that low budget and building a house and all that other good stuff.
Yeah. So why do you want to move closer to Kansas City? Your job, or?
I had lived in Kansas City, or Wichita, and then when I got divorced, a friend of mine got me a job up here, and been up here moved up here December of 2000. So I've been in Kansas City for 20 years.
Wow. You keep saying Gardner. I keep thinking you're from Gardner for some reason.
Yeah, I live in Gardner.
Yeah.
I moved to Olathe and then moved to Gardner when I got custody of the kids. So, yeah, I've been in Gardner for 15 years. Even then, that just doesn't.
I got custody of my kid when I got divorced. See, we got something in common.
And they got to come by and say hi.
We're nice guys.
Well, there you go. That's got to have some help. I didn't know if that was going to check up or not. So a 10-pin match.
I think he just rolled that one a lot better than he did over there, and then missed just hair right. If you don't have that good roll and stuff, it just don't.
Ryan Burks is watching from the road, back from Wichita. Thanks for broadcasting. Ryan Burks runs the pro shop here. Too bad we can't get Ryan on. I'm sure he watched Trey Ford and them with a 3900.
Yeah, I'd like to see what him and Bush and Vanderbilt did down there.
Yeah, you got that one out.
Yeah. Almost checked up on him, though.
Germany. Tom W. checking in from Germany. Worldwide. I told you.
They got a good place in St. Joe if you like German food. They're open from 11 to 1:30 called the Cabbage Roll.
I am part German, and I don't think I've ever had German food.
Oh, it's good. They got all that stuff down there.
Now, Bierox I love.
Yeah.
Oh. The closest I can come to Bierox, there's a place in Lawrence called Franza. Those are dangerous.
Yeah. All this stuff
flush.
is freshly cooked every day down there.
I have to try that out sometime.
Yeah. Let me know. I'll go down and I'll take you out to lunch down there. Just let me know when you're coming up. I think I went to school with one of the guys below me. Andy Goodale, I think one of the guys that runs it. A couple years below me, high school. But they got a lot of great memorabilia down there.
Oh, I bet.
That's a big strike for Brad.
High flush.
Let's see, the best Brandon can do is 220.
So, yeah, that pretty much locks it up there.
No, he needs this one. Brandon can strike out. No, Brandon only can shoot.
No, he can go
215.
Yeah.
215, 85, yeah. Yeah, that's locked up. Do a good shot, 224 and 225 game.
So Lango's going to advance with a 234 game. Simple and clean. Only had that one hiccup with a 4.610 in the sixth. Other than that, 10 pin and 7 pin, that was it.
Yeah, he bowled good this weekend.
Yeah.
He bowled good this weekend. It's just, get match play is just hard. Everybody knows everybody.
Well, and I'm not saying it helps when, now, like you said, there's more.
I'll give him the spare.
When they're,
Yeah.
you don't have many lefties.
Right.
But you still got to make the shots. So we'll get the.
Okay, Brad Lingle moves on to face Ryan Brown on lane 17 and 18.
Get that moved over.
Kind of hungry myself.
Doesn't take much. Our centers are. Oh my goodness. Tom W. in Germany says our centers are still closed.
Wow.
You talk about literally needing to retrain your body after that much time, unless you know someone that owns the bowling alley that,
We shot a well, Dan, I had my knee surgery. I went to Emporia with Dan. And we shot a tournament, and there was this kid there bowling, and he's a pretty good bowler. He said, the only reason I'm bowling good is that the guy opened the lanes up for me and let me go bowl. He'll bowl up here, and I show up every day and bowl for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I was the only one in there.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people have been that way, and, as they say, if you have the keys, it doesn't hurt.
Right.
So Brandon Lingo, or excuse me, Brad Lingo, and Ryan Brown, and Ryan went on an absolute tear. Start off his first game of the day for the round robin match play was 300. Find my sheet. Where'd my sheet go? What'd you do with my sheet?
You did it right here.
Oh, I did do it right there. See? You're a good secretary. You always got to keep up.
No, I just take that memory stuff so I can remember a little better.
There you go. I might need to get me some of that stuff. Ryan Brown shot 300 first game on 15 and 16 in front of us. Goes 237, 204 still with the win. And then goes 236. And then 219 with the win, and then he ends up losing his next 3 matches with a 192 and a 223, and then he lost to Dustin Adams in the position round with 234, but still had a 5-3 match play. And this is what's going to be interesting. Watching Ryan down there on the practice, he's crushing it.
Yeah.
Fresh pair.
Yeah.
And, now it's going to be interesting to find out what kind of adjustment he makes here, because that outside's pretty much beaten up.
It's fried. It's fried.
And now I think and part of the problem he's going to get, and you can kind of see him walking there, kind of tell himself you're going to need to, ease up on it, let the ball catch some friction. The problem is you don't know what that friction is going to be when it catches. If it's going to bolt, there's not much hold, and I think he needs to be able to move his own and take some speed off and stay in that oil and let that ball read a little bit. He may catch himself in a spot that, as you said, he may not be comfortable with it, but that's what's going to have happen.
Well, it's, as a bowler, you always got to come up with a B game. And wow,
that doesn't feel good.
No. And sometimes when you go out and practice, instead of just practicing your normal shot, find an old beat up pair and find something that's going to get you to the pocket anyway.
And when these two bowled each other earlier, as I look them down the sheet, it was in the second game as Ryan Brown defeated Brad 237 to 201, and that was on 17 and 18 by golly. So see how that turns out.
Well, Brad don't get phased anymore.
Nah.
He's kind of.
He threw a good ball though.
Yeah, he's mellowed since I met him. When he first met him, how younger and older you get, just mature and get more patient. That's what bowling is just being patient. Keep everything in front of you. Ooh, almost a 4-9. Amazing to see how many warm-ups Destin takes.
Yeah. Well, as much as he puts on the ball, by golly, I'm getting loose, putting some Bengay on, some icy hot, all that good stuff.
And we got little Patrick McComb sitting next to us.
Yeah, I tried to get him on earlier, doing taking media broadcasting. He wouldn't do it. I said, dude, come on.
He's a star yet to be born. Brian trips the 4-pin. He's a new and upcoming bowler. He's going to be a two-hander.
Tom says in Germany, says last event was November 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not good.
That'd be cold.
Alan Stout says, watching from Graham, North Carolina, I am left-handed, picking up some pointers. There's the bucket. What you ought to do is you ought to just give it to him, just put him on.
You want to get on?
Get on there.
What do you want me to say?
Okay, so how you going to introduce yourself?
I'm Brandon Libel's son. I'm Jack.
Jack?
Yep.
All right, well, I was going to say because you kind of look like him.
Yeah,
it's not hard.
No.
So you're taking media?
Yep, I'm a sports communication minor in college right now. So.
There you go. So your future plans are?
It kind of just depends, I'm trying to see what my options are, keep them open. Very broad.
Where are you going to school at?
Central Missouri.
There you go, CMS.
Yeah.
So your thoughts on Pop's performance today?
I think he bowled really well. I think he threw it well. Didn't score how he wanted to, obviously, and I just think he didn't carry as well as he hoped, but a couple mistakes here and there, but it'll kill you in these tournaments.
So do you try to be his ball rep or anything?
Yeah.
or-
Oh yeah. I'm basically his ball boy.
Everyone's got to have one, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I go to him with most of his tournaments, so try to help him out as much as I can.
Now, I have you heard much of what we've been talking about, or you just been kind of out and about?
No, I've kind of been staying in the back.
So what you're seeing in this match right now is what do you think the key is?
Keep it clean. If that's
That never hurts. Nice pick up,
just
on
like
the
that.
washout.
Just like that.
I made the comment to Sam, and you can kind of give me your thoughts. I think Brad is in a good spot just for the fact that he hasn't had much traffic on his side.
For sure.
Plus, with the game that Ryan has,
He's also in a pretty good spot because he keeps it pretty straight.
He keeps
doesn't
it
have to swing
straight.
it.
He keeps it straight, but I think the fronts are really, really touchy for him.
Yeah.
He really has to throw a pristine shot.
Yeah.
See, now he's already made a ball change to try to slow down the reaction, and that worked out pretty good.
That's the ball he's been throwing for most of the day.
Yeah, he was throwing the photon physics, and then he had the nuclear cell, and evidently he was seeing a little bit of an early read, and threw that photon to get it to slow down the back end, I guess.
Brad made a ball change there towards the end of the day that he kind of found the spot that he liked and a shot that he liked with it too. So.
Yeah, he struggled for it, and it was kind of weird. He wasn't throwing anything big, nothing huge or fancy, but he was enough to get the bonus pins.
Yep.
And he actually went 5-3 in the match play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he could have moved too much. It just depends on if the lane's going to carry for him.
Yeah.
He's throwing a good shot.
Doesn't seem like he's moved a whole lot during the day, to be honest with you.
Well, the only other lefty was Andy
and Van Zant.
I guess there was. So, but even then, you got to, you take a look at what the right side beat up would have been.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So Ryan Brown walking up with 60 in the third with a strike in the fourth, throwing the fifth. And that one just burned up early on him, and that's kind of what I'm wondering about. He's trying to get the back end to slow down, but those fronts are so burned up, and he's throwing that surface that just the ball wants to do nothing but just start sparking off the hand.
And he's got so much speed.
And that's kind of what we talked about. His adjustment is the speed, but there comes a times when there's nothing there to help push it. To me, I think he needs to move his zone and find something that's going to get a little bit further down. But
yeah. Good try there.
So 88 in the fifth. So 88 in the fifth with a spare working in the fifth for Brad. He's going to go back to the photon. See, I think he needs if anything, he needs to stay with the nuclear cell. I think the outside is just
pretty burned up.
Yeah, I think it's too gone for that ball. He unless he really muscles it through it, I'm afraid he's going to miss it with the hand enough to where then he's going to go wash out or barely trickle the head pin, go 2-8-10 or something. See, then he gets that one down lane. Soft tick on the 10. That's what I mean. I just think his shots, either with the nuclear cell or the photon physics, just really tight.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a whole lot of margin for error.
No, miss him at all.
goes flush. So both working with a strike in the 6th. And still a 1-pin lead for Ryan Brown, though. As Brad started with a pocket 7-10 and then a 3-5, 6-10 to bucket for the lefties. And open on both of those, so he's making a slight charge back. That one jumped a little bit early, and he's going to get the slow roll.
Yeah.
So, and I forgot that. What'd you think of your dad's backdoor trip on the 7-4 and the back-to-back stone 8s that Dan left in the round robin? Because if those 2 8s carry,
Yeah. No,
even that 4-7, that backdoor, if those 2 8s carry, that makes it quite interesting. And and Brandon might not have made it back.
He got some pretty good carry there towards that last game, and he needed it for sure. But that was the first couple balls he got to carry today. To be honest with you, he didn't get a whole lot of it. So
yeah,
he said he was glad he finally got one, is what his words were to me. So
I'm looking over at Destin, and he's actually working on standing in front of the ball return. So he may be.
That's his. I've seen him do that quite a bit.
That's something I needed to work on.
As Sam said earlier, I switched to two-handed, and sometimes when I get too far left, I gotta get in front of the ball return, and I watch him and try to see it.
I have actually, the guys that don't throw the two-hand, the Tang brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Francois Lavoie, I've seen it.
Yeah.
And Marshall Kent, they'll actually, they take a 5-step, but they'll actually do it a 4-step where they'll take that second step and move it back, and then kind of help roll with that timing.
Took off a little bit on him there.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think it's just, I just think there's too much up front. The ball wants to hook as soon as it's off his hand, and I think he's trying to compensate it by taking the hand out, and then he's fighting the direction. Gotta love the shirt, though. I'm liking that.
He did it. Tiger Sunday is what they're calling it.
Oh. Yeah, that puts Ryan in a bad spot.
Yeah.
So working on a double, walking up into the 8th.
Yeah.
For Brad with 87 in the 5th.
Yeah, him and David Goodale call that the Tiger Championship Sunday shirts. Red on.
Oh, do they?
Red on black. Yep.
So it's going to be at least a 20-pin lead. So I would say Brad has this one pretty well in hand.
Yeah. If he gets this, he's only got a mark in the 10th.
Yeah. Yeah, he strikes here. He may not even have to.
No.
He wants it to flag right, and it did. So 237 possible for Brad, and 195 possible for Ryan.
Yeah.
So he's got to punch out to force Brad just to strike once. Now he's bringing out. Yeah. I guess he does, doesn't he? Now they count it back. Yeah. And I think he's caught. He's just caught in the middle right now where it's just not going to work out.
I'm just sorry.
Jack Libel just join. We just gave the headset to Jack and said, "Get on here, son. Throw him to the fire."
Yeah, I got myself a podcast going, so it's kind of the same deal there.
Well, talk about that. I remember she was talking about that. Talk about your podcast a little bit.
Me and my buddy started a sports podcast on this last December, it was in August actually. I'm sorry about that. And just talk about professional sports and stuff, and talk about the media, kind of give different ideas and
anything
stuff.
and everything.
Yeah. Kind of. We don't talk a whole lot about college because it's a little difficult to stick to one team, because there's so many teams and so many different things you could talk about. It was just
that's let's see. Let me give you a let me think of something. What's the main sport you guys talk about?
So we talk about a lot about the the NBA and NFL are two main ones. So he's a big football guy. I'm a big basketball guy. So
so obviously Chiefs fan.
Yep.
Kansas City's already signed Tourney from New England.
Tooney, yep.
And
Kyle Long
from Chicago came out of retirement. Plus they have
they signed
the doctor, the French.
Tardif.
Tardif. So.
And then they signed Blake Bell, the tight end from.
No, Dallas. They brought Blake Bell back.
Yeah. He spent 1 year in Dallas and then came back. Yeah.
Probably got tired of Jerry Jones.
Yeah, probably.
I know I would have. So a good third place finish for Ryan Brown.
A great weekend for him.
Oh yeah, he had a great start to the. So 171 finish as. I think Sam's telling you that he doesn't want the. I think Sam's telling you he doesn't want the headset back.
See, I never hear. Sam never stops talking to me, so I know he likes being on this headset.
But and this is just my thought. Yeah, I'm a Chiefs homer, but if I go against someone that for something that they're thinking that to me that's just absolute stupidity is everyone. Stephen A. Smith. He said the dumbest thing I have ever heard him say. He said that the Super Bowl, just because of that performance, they had no front line that ran for almost 500 yards.
Yeah.
He's throwing passes parallel to the ground that with the game not even possibility of winning. He said any talk of Patrick Mahomes being a possible GOAT should never be discussed again until he does whatever.
For me, it's all about rings now. You can't really discuss. You gotta, if you get the same amount of rings, then I guess you could argue it because he didn't beat him. So I mean, it's hard to argue that.
But here's my thought. Neither one of them were on the field at the same time.
That's true.
What would have Brady done behind a makeshift front line?
Nothing.
I rest my case.
He would have fell apart.
Exactly. He would have been in traction after the way he was being chased. That's just how I thought. I looked at it.
Yeah, and I agree.
And they talk about well, guess what? Kansas City had their base and they kept doing it. What did Tampa do? Tampa did what any team that's had LeBron James. They went out and they purchased all the players and brought them in.
Yep.
Well, they went and got Brady. And Brady went, hey, I can get Gronk to come back. So, let's do that.
Then they got Antonio Brown.
Then they got Antonio Brown. They got all these guys.
Leonard Fournette, yep.
Oh, so you went out and you purchased the players that you needed.
Yep.
And then someone goes, well, look, they scored 31 points. I said, I guarantee they would not have scored 31 points against Kansas City defense.
Yeah.
With that same defense. And they go, why? because if you take a look at the time of possession, if Kansas City would have had a front line to protect them,
Yeah.
Tampa Bay's offense would not have been on the field as long as they were.
I think that they said that Patrick Mahomes was rushed on 80% of his passes that game.
Well, and here's the other thing that I thought, and this is just my 2 cents. At the half, Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid should have taken that card that they were both holding and put it in the shredder and just start going backyard and old school and just start drawing lines in the sand to try to figure something out, because anything else they had in that card was not going to work.
I think they should have went to a lot of screen passes and stuff because
Quick.
they're
Shermanator. Something quick, something, to me, in a situation like that, it was stupid to try to put Mahomes in a 5 or 7 step drop.
No, I agree.
There was no way he was.
But
Honestly, he never went to Bieniemy and said, "Hey, do we have time for Wasp?"
Yeah.
He never said that.
But
it wasn't gonna happen.
We say that about the 5-7 drop, but then again, he didn't really have a choice because he was running to a 5 or 7.
They were playing a 7 step, but he was already bailing out after the second when he saw 3 guys coming at him.
Yeah.
The first play of the game when they got around that one tackle. It's going to be a long day.
Oh my.
Yeah. Well.
Beat that guy just
And it.
went like this.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder on where they'd have been. Now, granted, last year, Boza tore the hell out of Fisher.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And they never gave Fisher any kind of help on the end.
Nope.
And I kept wondering when they were going to do that. And
Yeah.
They never did. So I don't know how much Fisher would have been able to do with that front line, because that one person was not going to make that much of a difference off that front line.
I think lose. Obviously, I don't like.
One of those guys where they could roll them out that way without being pressured. And I think they just should have put a tight end on top.
It was honestly, it wasn't even just the one spot. It was the whole offensive line. It's hard to. They said that they thought Mitchell Shorts was going to come back for the game, but then obviously that didn't
he gets
happen.
hurt too. Yeah.
Well, they paid the price for not investing more money on their offensive line.
Yeah. Well, they had a really good offensive line, and then.
They had a guard that just took over there. They didn't have a natural tackle.
Yeah, they had the doctor move on. So. All right, it's good being on here.
Are you bailing on us?
Yeah, I gotta get going here pretty soon. So it's great.
Jack,
Yeah, I got the Camaro today.
Jack Libel joined us. Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you
been
for
a good
having me
time.
on. Appreciate it.
Nice job. And you'll have to. Where do they find the podcast at?
On Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anything you can.
And what do they look for?
It's called Big Heads Sports Talk. It's with a Z. Big
Heads
Yeah.
with a Z Sports Talk.
Yeah.
There you go. Look for it.
Appreciate it.
Spotify, all that other good stuff.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, man. Jack Libel joining us for a little bit.
You out of here?
And
Hey, see you guys later.
all right.
Oh, Brad starts out with another break, I see.
Well,
Oh,
the dog didn't need to. Yeah, hey, the camera's moved. We were talking. Match is here. Yeah, Jason Chris. He face. We can't see the scoreboards. Oh, let me get this back on. Yeah, you couldn't see the scoreboard on 17-18 because we don't have the.
right setup.
Yeah. We got the camera moved. Sorry about that. We just got talking. We got the camera moved. So Dustin Austin, or Adams, excuse me.
Dustin Adams.
Yeah, he's. I didn't think he was going to change balls, but he may, depending. He may want to, with the way that one's kind of reacting a little bit slow. If he may want to pitch that just a pinch right a little bit sooner.
He moved in pretty deep.
Yeah, he's not even.
He's like 5 boards inside where he was earlier.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he's that much further, but he did get some practice on it. So the championship match for the Marvin Bally Open Masters. Want to say huge thanks to Dan Schmerbach.
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 He's
See,
he's going to not like you after today.
Well, I don't even have his full last name in my phone. It's just Dan.
I got it as PBA Dan.
PBA Dan. But, yeah, thanks for him for giving me a call to ask me to come do this. It's been fun. And Brian Manini, owner of the center, and Jeff Wilson with all the sheets and everything, getting information to us. And thanks to everyone joining us on the cast. And thanks to Samuel for stepping in here. I think this is the longest we've sat together.
Yes.
Talking for a while.
Well, generally we just do the title show.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was going to do it from the very beginning.
Well, like I said, Dan called me yesterday and asked me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing anything, so
yeah,
why not?
He didn't say he's going to do the whole thing. I just thought he was going to do the tent like we do on Dan's thing. The 5 finalists.
Well, you only had 8 lanes, so next year if things work out right, we'll have like 2 cameras on 2 lanes and try to work it out somehow.
Yeah, they started that rotation system on the every other lane, so one guy can't just sit there and
Makes it interesting for sure.
Yeah. I kind of like that new PBA format where they have 4 and they cut it down to 1. And
that's not bad.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it make you bowl.
They had one they did for a while where you were cutting 8 and you had 856 or 876 bowl, the winner of that.
Oh yeah,
bowl,
okay.
The 543. Then you'd have 2 singles after that. That kind of made it interesting.
Yeah, Jack's a good kid. I give him one of my phase 3s.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I couldn't get that to. I didn't match up well for it. Maybe I needed a little bit different layout on it, but the one I had, it just seemed it would burn up a little bit too quick off the spot. Well, now the phase 2, I still need to get one of those.
Now some of them phase 3s, sometimes the first one I had took about maybe 20 games, and then it got really nice. The second one we drilled just a little bit different and a lot better.
Yeah.
But, like Scott said, you need one of those in your bag because it reads the lanes early when it works really good at Springfield.
I don't know what had worked at Springfield for me this year. Really slowing the ball speed down there. Doesn't get the tip. See what his ball speed's down to.
15.9.
Yeah, that was about what he was throwing on 13 and 14. He's really.
A little earlier, he was 16.5 to 17.
Yeah, he's really trying to get the ball, give the ball time to read the lane here.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Now I wonder if that's his trend that's on the rack, or is that someone else's?
That's his trend. He threw it a couple of times.
I didn't see what the reaction was, but I would think that might be that would be a spare ball for me.
Yeah, I crossed with Brad a couple of times. I told him he couldn't wave his right hand because we had enough traffic over there.
Yeah, that'll be enough of that.
Yeah, I said, come on, man.
Do me a favor.
What?
Oh.
What do you want?
I'm trying to find it. I think I'll grab it here in a second.
I got that check a little early.
Yep. In fact, I'm going to see about getting. I don't even know if Jeff's going to. Hope he doesn't plan on me getting out there and doing the interview. I'm not going to walk around like a. There it is. That case right beside you.
This?
Yep.
Anything from my hero.
Well, and I think in that bag.
This bag?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Here's what I got. I should be all right. Don't worry about it.
Well,
I
I got it up here just in case we need it.
Ooh, I didn't know if that ball was going to make it back or not.
You have to ball speed just a little bit.
I'm going to set up a mic so Jeff can go down there and kind of do an interview a little bit.
Yeah, that'll work.
If you're going to do it right, right?
Yeah. KQ used to televise this years and years ago when we first got started.
Carry ball.
Just didn't quite push
Just a
through.
hair late.
Yeah. Find Jeff somewhere. Is he handy?
Let's look for those pants. Yeah. Oh, we got that one.
His signature.
Yeah, there he is over there. Get Jeff. Go get Jeff. Go get Jeff. Jeff Wilson.
He doesn't know what I'm going to throw at him.
Ooh, nice break for Brad. Tripped the 8-pin.
There you go. That's better.
Yeah. He's got the right lane down pretty good. Left lane just a little hangy for him.
Yeah, he's gone 2 flat 10s
Yeah.
on that one, on that left lane.
He needs to keep it going now. Down about 30 pins.
Brad just kind of the silent assassin, just taking care of business. Shot 234 the first game against Brandon Lytle, then 225 against Ryan Brown to get here. Wow, he really let that ball have time to read. He made a big move on that one.
He moved way up on the approach like he's doing on 16, maybe get the same feel.
He's kind of like me. If I'm going to do that, I've really got to move up and let the ball, allow myself to get underneath it and let the ball roll. I can't take a full approach like that. Ooh, that could have changed the whole complexion.
Well, Brad's still setting pretty good, still going 220 pace.
Yeah.
I mean, that would put the icing on nail in a coffin, basically, if he carried that one.
Well, as Nelson Burton Jr. would say, it would behoove Dustin to get 4.
Yes.
If Brad gets a spare here, that would really change the whole complexion a lot.
Yeah, but he still could shoot 230, so he's still in the driver's seat. Just got to make a good shot and like he's been doing. Nice and simple.
Yeah, sure, make that 10th frame interesting.
Yeah. Got it out. Good ball.
Pretty flush right there.
Yeah. Well, it's,
And you got to wonder how much it's helped Brad of just being in the motion and just repetition shots, because it's hard to, it's hard to be sitting down for, 4 matches and then come in and, that's good living right there.
I've done it 3 times and took second all 3 times in this.
Yeah.
Just got stiff.
Yeah, it's.
And the best one
Well,
was in that Northwest where I come from 5th. I just bowled really good the whole time. Just kept.
Yeah, and that your body gets in that motion, and when you're breaking that motion, sometimes it's hard to get that rhythm back. Oh, that thing had. So possible 228.
Yep. If he gets them all, Brad's got to get the first one. I think moving up on that approach kind of evened things out for him.
Yeah. Well, I think it allowed him to send it right just a little bit sooner, so he had a little bit more room for it to come back. Just kind of change that direction off the break point enough. Good ball.
Flat 10.
Ouch.
Well, now he made him mark. He picks this up.
Yeah. Spare this for 217.
Yeah.
And look what. Now, we'll go back. That 4th frame on that 10-pin miss.
Mm-hmm.
How huge is that now?
It's big time.
And Brad has just stayed clean.
Yeah, he still got a mark. Still got a mark. Well, winner, chicken dinner.
That's a good mark right there.
Yeah.
Best mark you can get. So Brad Lingle will be the 2021 Marvin Bally Open Masters champion for this year. And I want to say a huge thanks to Dan Schmerbach for giving me a call to come up here and broadcast the match play today in the finals. And Brian Manini for helping get the internet going. Jeff Wilson and gang for the stats and everything. And thanks to everyone watching on the stream. And we'll get Jeff Wilson up here. We'll do a little bit of presentation, a little bit of interview. That's a good spare.
There's our winner, 230, 235, 217.
That's fine. So that was literally that was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
2021 Masters champ is Bradley Lingle.
And if we get down there, we'll see if we can get Jeff to go on the lanes real quick. And Jeff's getting a bunch of stuff together and everything. You're going to go and go down there. You can just put it in your pocket, and it's ready to go. So you can just go down there in front of the ball return. You don't need to do that. You can hold it because you'll need to go back and forth with it.
With me? What are we doing?
just go down there, grab Brad. Just go down there and just.
Well, we're going to present all their checks first, and then Brad will be last.
Okay, you can do. You can just clip it on there then, and do that if you want to. They're going to do the check presentations.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get the checks and trophy presented here. See, finishing our alternate this weekend and receiving a check for $125 was Trevor Piepergerty. I don't know if Trevor's still here or not. Finishing in 8th place and receiving a check for $150, Alan Van Zandt. Alan's gone. Finishing in 7th place, $175, Brian McMillan. Finishing in 6th place, receiving $200 is Dan Schmierbach. I know he had to catch a plane, so he took his check early. He had to be in Dallas this evening. So. And finishing in 5th place, $455, Dave Goodale. Finishing in 4th place, receiving $575, Brandon Libel. Finishing in 3rd place, receiving $700, Ryan Brown. Also a special congratulations to Ryan for your pair of 300s in the tournament this weekend. That was an awesome performance. And finishing in 2nd place, receiving a check for $850, Dustin Adams. And your 2021 Marvin Bally Open Masters champion, receiving a check for $1,200, Brad Lingle. Congratulations to all you guys. Awesome bowling this weekend.
And we'll try to get an interview with Jeff Wilson and Brad Lingle as they get all their presentations, everything going on. And see if we can get him to take the lapel mic off real quick, and you kind of do that back and forth. Getting all the pictures.
All right.
Nice job by Brad Lingle. Go ahead and just go ahead and pull it off. Go ahead and pull that off and just go back and forth. And Jeff Wilson is with the champion.
All right. So, first time Masters champ. Congrats.
Thank you.
It's a heck of a grind, bud.
Yes, it was.
Heck of a grind.
All day.
So, what do you think? Was it ball change?
Yep.
What was it?
Yep.
Big ball change?
Ball change, take some tape out, get back into time, and there it was.
I know you got quite a bit of hits. Looked like he was going high there last couple times.
Yep.
Absolute great bowling, man.
Thank you.
Great all weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks.
There you go, Brad Lingle, your champion for the 2021 Marvin Bally Masters Open, or Open Masters. And once again, a huge thanks for Dan Schmierbach for asking me to do this, Jeff Wilson for all the help with the stats and everything, Sam Zabelin Jr. for setting in and keeping up with me, or putting up with me, I should say. Thanks for everyone joining us on the broadcast. Brian Manini, the owner here at Revolutions Lanes, and another great tournament. Once again, congratulations goes to Brad Lingle, your 2021 Marvin Bally Open Masters champion. So I'm Ryan Ragland. Thanks for joining us. For Sam, Brian Manini, Jeff Wilson, and them, thanks for joining us. We will see you hopefully next year. Hopefully we can make this a regular deal for the Marvin Bally Open Masters tournament and the championship. Once again, congratulations to Brad Lingle. Everyone have a great week. Have a great summer.